It has been so much going on with this case since the last time we spoke. Now, the last live we did, we spoke about Brian Steele being held in contempt, right? And having to do 10 weekends, 20 days total in prison, right? Well, that is the first thing we're going to address, okay? So let's kind of address that first. Young Thug's attorney, Brian Steele, wins appeal. So he appealed the contempt decision and he was awarded, he won it, right? He won it, okay? So he will not have to serve the time, right? He will not have to do 20 days, right? An attorney representing Young Thug in the rapper's ongoing RICO trial has reportedly found himself embroiled in his own legal troubles. We're thrilled. Hold on, let's start about here. The Georgia Supreme Court granted an emergency motion for bond filed by Steele on Wednesday per the Atlanta Journal-Constitution and the Washington Post. The appeal means he will no longer have to report to jail on Friday, which would have been today. We are thrilled, quoted here, we are thrilled that Brian will be home with his family for Father's Day this weekend. Ashley Merchant, an attorney for Steele, told the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. We appreciate how quickly and thoughtfully our appellate courts handled this unfortunate situation. Family, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't, and I'm putting the cart before the horse a little bit here, but again, I see no way this case at the end of it, no matter what the outcome is, unless it's innocent, it's gonna mean nothing, family. I'm gonna be honest with you. Let me tell you, this is what's going on. If with everything that's been going on with this case, if he gets found guilty, it will be appealed and they will be granted appeal. That's a fact. Or if it's just a mistrial altogether, that would make more sense than what we currently have going on. Family, the judge tried to lock the man up for 10 weekends because he wouldn't tell, Brian Steele wouldn't tell the Judge Ural Glanville, something like that, where he found out the information about a secret meeting being held between the DA, a witness, YSL Woody, and the judge himself. Matter of fact, we're going to kind of tap into some of that right now. Family, again, I appreciate you pulling up. It's a lot of stuff we're going to talk about with this case, family. Trust you, me. All right? And even speaking about that mistrial, as I just was, let's hit this real quick. Kodak Black's attorney, Bradford Cohen, who is, of course, a very prestige attorney as well. Family, one thing you got to remember, the lawyers we're speaking about in these high-profile cases, these guys make 7 figures. These guys are rich. These are the top of their profession. Trust me. So here from Bradford Cohen, that's very big, right? He says the YSL RICO trial should be taken into an instant mistrial. Let's read what he actually says here. This case and judge is off the reservation. This is an instant mistrial. I cannot believe the judge thinks taking a defense attorney into custody isn't a mistrial. Brian Steele is a real one. Defense lawyers across the country should be terrified by the lack of judicial knowledge. And he's, of course, referring to some of the things that's been going on in this case. I'm going to show you some of these things, and you should be appalled at the way this judge is handling Brian Steele. It's times where Brian Steele will be attempting to make a statement. The judge literally cuts him off before he can get halfway through it. You're going to see some things that family, it's not going to make sense. Just stay locked in with me. And we got to figure out what's going on there with this case. But let's check out some of these clips from court, okay? Check them out.
And you haven't answered my question yet.
Right here.
How did you answer that question? You're not.
No, see that?
I will not answer that question. Why will you not answer that question? Because I want to make sure that what I say is accurate, and I'm not trying to get anybody else. I'm asking you, how did you get this information? I'm not telling the court. What I'm saying is based upon information. Okay, well, listen, if you don't tell me how you got this information, then you and I are going to have some problems. We can have this. I got problems right now. Okay, I know. Look, I don't.
The type of nigga stand on business, nigga. One man arm against 50, nigga.
Nigga.
I'm standing on business.
He's standing on business out here, right? Brian Steele, I'm not telling you Nathan.
I don't want to know about your problems, okay, at this point in time.
Listen to him. All right, now let me quit pausing. Let me quit pausing this much.
What I'm saying is based upon information. Okay, well, listen, if you don't tell me how you got this information, then you and I are going to have some problems. We can have this. I have problems right now. Okay, I know. Look, I don't want to know about your problems, okay, at this point in time. So I understand that you're upset towards me, but I don't know what I did. Mr. Steele, I still want to know, how did you come upon this information?
You notice how the judge is not acknowledging anything Bron Steele is talking about. Like, he just completely ignoring that now. He completely ignoring the rebuttals that Bron Steele is asking for, but yet standing on how did you get the information? Like, it's what? What?
Who told you? What I want to know is why wasn't I there?
Now, let's see. Straight question. What he wants to know is why he wasn't there. Let's hear what the judge say.
Why, sir? I'm going to hold you in contempt if you don't tell me who this. Tell me who this information was coming.
When he asked him a direct question, the judge threatened him with putting him in contempt. Okay.
Held in contempt. Well, I'm not answering that question. That's attorney-client privilege information. I am not attorney-client privilege. Unless you were in my chambers, that's the only way you can figure out. I tell you what. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. If you don't tell me who if you don't tell me who it is, I'm going to put you. I'm going to put you in contempt because. That is not attorney-client privilege. Attorney work product privilege. I am not. How did you get that information supposedly from my chambers? Did somebody tell you? I'm not. You should have told me. You got 5 minutes. Well, I don't need it. I want to continue. You got 5 minutes? This is what I was told, Mr. Copeland.
Family, he tried to take his notes. What? Yo, this case is fucking wild. This case is wild. Now, Bron Steele repeatedly asked the judge, why was not a part of this meeting? Why was not told about this meeting? Why did I have to find out about this meeting? And versus the judge answering any of those questions, he just hit him with contempt. That. Lock your ass up. I ain't answering shit. Now, I'm going to tell you something that looks very strange, family, and I promise you, I don't see this case going no other way, even if Thug is found guilty. The mistrial... the appeal will be granted. Family, pay attention to this, because this is wild. Now, let me know, am I geeking? This is Judge Glanville, something like that. Judge Earl Glanville. This is the DA. Is this a signal the judge and the DA are giving back and forth with each other? Pay attention. What the f is this? Look again. The judge grabs his ear. He's grabbing his ear, scratching the side of his head or something like that. Maybe even scratching like right here on the side of his head. Watch. Now, when he scratches, she nods. Pay attention. He scratches, she nods. Right? He's scratching, she nods, and she scratches back. And after, she even looks towards Bron Steele and Thug to see if maybe they caught that. Right? Like it ain't a fucking million cameras in the room. Family, am I geeking? Are they throwing am I geeking, or did the judge just tell this motherfucker to steal third base? Like, what the fuck was this? What the fuck was this? Nah, this is crazy. Y'all ain't finna tell me I'm crazy. He's looking directly at her first. He gets the eye contact of her, right? She nods in agreement. He crosses his arms, as in, like, okay, right? You're going to see his movement, his body language is an accepting, like, okay, confirmed. And she's giving the signal as well. That somebody please let me know.
So I'm going to give him as much flexibility.
Okay, this is the judge as well. I think we kind of